In the quiet village of Eldoria, nestled between rolling green hills and ancient forests, lived a young girl named Elara. She was no ordinary child, for she possessed a curiosity that knew no bounds and a heart full of dreams that sparkled like the night sky. One evening, as Elara sat by the riverbank, she noticed a peculiar glow in the water. It shimmered like liquid silver, casting tiny ripples that danced under the moonlight. Intrigued, she stepped closer and reached into the cool water, her fingers brushing against something smooth and warm. As she lifted it from the depths, she gasped. In her palm lay a gem unlike any she had ever seen, a starstone, radiant and pulsing with an inner light. Elara ran back to the village, eager to show her discovery to the wise old storyteller, Master Oren. As soon as he saw the starstone, his eyes widened in astonishment. "Child, do you know what you hold?" he whispered, his voice trembling. She shook her head, eyes filled with wonder. "This is no ordinary stone. It is said that when the sky weeps and the stars fall, the bravest of hearts shall find the starstone. It is a gift of great power and even greater responsibility." Elara listened, her heart pounding with excitement. Master Oren continued, "Legends speak of a time when darkness threatened to consume Eldoria. The starstone was the key to restoring the light, and now, fate has placed it in your hands." A hushed silence filled the room as the weight of his words sank in. If the legends were true, then her finding the starstone was no accident. But what did it mean? And what darkness was approaching? Determined to find answers, Elara set out on a journey beyond the safety of her village. She followed the whispers of the wind and the pull of the starstone, which seemed to guide her toward the heart of the Whispering Woods, a place few dared to enter. The trees there stood tall and ancient, their branches twisted into strange patterns. As she ventured deeper, she felt the air grow colder, the shadows stretching long and eerie. Then she saw it, a great, looming figure cloaked in darkness, eyes like burning embers. The creature, known as the Shadow Wraith, had been waiting. "So, the little guardian has come," it hissed, its voice a slithering echo. "Did you think you could keep the starstone from me? It belongs to the darkness." Elara swallowed her fear. Clutching the starstone, she felt its warmth pulse against her skin. "The starstone belongs to no one but the light," she said firmly. The Shadow Wraith let out a chilling laugh. "We shall see." With a wave of its clawed hand, the shadows lunged toward her. Elara braced herself, but just as the darkness neared, the starstone flared with blinding brilliance. A powerful wave of light surged forth, pushing the shadows back and sending the wraith staggering. "No," it screeched, "you do not yet understand its full power." Elara did not waver. Trusting the starstone, she raised it high, allowing its light to wash over the forest. The darkness recoiled, and the Shadow Wraith let out one final, ear-splitting cry before vanishing into nothingness. Silence fell. The forest, once trapped in an eerie gloom, seemed to breathe again. The trees straightened, their branches shedding the last remnants of shadow. Birds chirped, and the wind carried a melody of renewal. Elara exhaled, her hands still trembling. She had faced the darkness and emerged victorious. As she turned to leave, she heard a soft whisper, Master Oren's words returning to her mind. "The bravest of hearts shall find the starstone." She now understood. The starstone had chosen her, not because of strength or wisdom, but because of her courage to stand against the dark. When Elara returned to Eldoria, the village welcomed her with cheers and celebration. Master Oren smiled proudly. "You have done well, child. The light remains, thanks to you." From that day on, Elara became the guardian of the starstone, ensuring that its light would never fade. And though the shadows would always seek to return, she knew that as long as courage and hope burned bright, darkness could never truly win. And so, under the starlit sky, the legend of Elara and the Enchanted Starstone was woven into the hearts of generations to come. As the golden light of dawn bathed Eldoria, Elara stood at the village's edge, the Starstone now resting peacefully in her hands. The darkness had been vanquished, and the land was alive with newfound energy. Birds sang joyfully, the trees swayed in harmony, and the air carried the scent of renewal. Master Orin approached, his wise eyes filled with pride. "You have proven that true strength lies not in power, but in courage and heart," he said. The Starstone chose well. Elara smiled, knowing her journey had changed her forever. She had faced the darkness, not with fear, but with hope. Yet, deep inside, she understood that light and shadow would always exist. What truly mattered was the choice to stand for what was right. As she turned to her people, the village erupted in cheers. But Elara knew this was only the beginning. She would forever be the guardian of the Starstone, a keeper of light and protector of hope. With one last glance at the horizon, she whispered, "No matter how dark the night, the stars will always shine."